Hi guys, ITZY here, and I'm back with another K-pop reaction video. Today I'm going to be reacting to a new girl group that just debuted like a week and a half ago from JYP Entertainment, which if you're anywhere involved in the K-pop community, you probably have heard of this group because the buzz was really big when they were announcing that this group was going to debut. And the group is called ITZY, I believe is how it's pronounced. It's a 5-person girl group, and I know that they got a ton of buzz because one, it's a JYP group, so obviously you're going to have that buzz there because JYP is one of the big three, but also because two of the girls, I believe it's Ryujin and Yuna, I believe are their names, were actually in BTS's highlight reel that they released last summer. So they caught some attention. I believe another one of the members, I think it's pronounced Chaeryung, I hope I pronounced that correctly, is also apparently a sister to a member of ITZY, so that also kind of helped boost their popularity a little bit. But I've seen a little bit of the teasers, but I have not watched the video yet. Their debut song is called Dalla Dalla, I believe. It's been out for about a week, maybe a little bit more, and I haven't seen it. I've seen, unfortunately, a couple like seconds of clips here and there just because like the K-pop community was sharing it so much, but I tried really hard to avoid spoilers. I do know that some of my friends were talking about it, and some of them liked it, some of them did not, and even within the K-pop community there were a lot of mixed reviews on whether or not the song was good and whether or not people actually liked the song. But I wanted to withhold judgment, especially because like every song is gonna have people who don't like it and people who like it, so I wanted to withhold judgment until I watched it. But as of now, I am going into it knowing that it did get mixed reviews, but I do know that there were lots of good reviews as well as lots of bad reviews. So other than that, I'm excited to see this. The group does look pretty like cool, kind of like it's kind of like Boy Crush style from what I've seen of their outfits, probably a little bit more hardcore than cutesy. It's definitely not Twice bubblegum pop, which is kind of nice to see JYP release a girl group that isn't just Twice bubblegum pop. Not that I have anything against Twice, you know I love my Twice girls, but I'm excited to see what this new girl group brings to the table. So let's get started. Are they gonna get changed? Okay. I kind of like the intro like beats to it. Ooh, already we have like the badass outfits. If I'm correct, she's Ryujin. I really like the beat of the song. So far it's not bad. This move kind of reminds me of Sunmi's move in Heroine. This part is cool, where they're all singing together. Ooh, I like this hardcore rap. This is definitely like more badass than any Twice song has ever been. They all sound good. That's a cool, the clock dance move. I always like when groups do that. I like the slowdown at the bridge. Ooh. I always like when like groups like all like sing together, and like the kind of like where they're not really singing but they're kind of like all yelling together. I always think that's really, really cool. They're all visually like really nice looking, which I mean is to be expected from like K-pop groups, but like they all look really good. That was actually pretty decent. Like, I don't mean like decent in a bad way, just like out of like all the mixed reviews that I heard, like I expected it to be a lot worse than I think it actually was. Like I know a bunch of my friends like didn't really care for it, and I can kind of see where they were coming from with like the comments that they gave, but overall I thought it was pretty good, like especially when you think about like JYP and like, because obviously each of the companies like have like a set niche that they're like really good at, and for JYP, like his niche for girl groups has literally just been Twice for the past couple of years, and Twice really has only had bubblegum pop. So the fact that they're now having like a girl group that's like stepping outside of the bubblegum pop and coming in with something a little bit closer to like the JYP guys style, where it's a bit closer to like Stray Kids, like I think that's like really interesting, because like yeah, it's not gonna be as hardcore and like hip-hop as Stray Kids, and yeah, it's not gonna be twice as bubblegum pop, but I think it's like they're trying to find an in-between, which I think is really, really cool for them to have like a girl group that's kind of like a mixture of both. But I thought that was really good for a debut song, especially because I know like one of the big things where people were saying it doesn't sound good because it's too different, but like the entire song is about being different, and I know that was like a big point that the K-pop community had, and like I kind of agree with the people that were like, well, yeah, it sounds different because like the song is about being different. So it makes sense if that's the message that they're trying to get across, that like they're different, then it makes sense that their song would sound different, especially compared to like the rest of the stuff that JYP produces. So I'm definitely like for it on the whole. Like it's good that it sounds different, because that just means that they're expanding K-pop in new genres, or at least they're expanding JYP into new genres that haven't really been explored yet, which is always really good for the music industry. But overall, like, their vocals were really good. Their raps were really nice. They had a bit of like a more harsh like rap and a couple of like high tone rapping, which I thought was like really, really good. The vocalists were all really good. I think it had a good like mixture of rap to vocals. I do have to say the way that they did start the bridge was it did seem like it was going to lead into like a power note, and like it was like there was a start of one and then it seemed kind of cut off. I would have liked to see like a power note and then leading into the part that I said I really liked where they were all like yell singing together. I wonder if there's a term for that, because a lot of groups do it, especially like back in the 90s. Like that used to be a thing, early 2000s, where like groups would like sing together, but it would sound more like they were like shouting together and like riling up the crowd. Maybe it's just me, like, I don't know. I just really like when groups do that. So I really, really enjoyed that part. And even for like the choruses, they would all like they would start the chorus with just one or two of them, and then they would all sing. And I thought that was really cool because I've noticed not a lot of K-pop groups actually like sing at the same time, and if they do, it's only for like one or two parts. It's never like a main part of their song where they repeatedly sing together. I feel like that's definitely more of like a US or UK or like English speaking like group thing to do rather than like K-pop. Like K-pop, you don't really see that as much. But I always think it's really interesting when they do it because K-pop groups don't normally do that. But the dance also seemed pretty good. I know there was a part where, like I said, it looked like Sunmi's heroine dance, and I'm not the only one who thought that. My roommate also thought that as well. And my roommate also pointed out there's a part in the music video where they're in like a tunnel area, and my roommate sent me a picture of it before I watched this, and the tunnel is actually, I'm not 100% sure that it's the same, but it looks 100% the same as the tunnel that was used in Big Bang's music video Bang Bang Bang. So I'm not 100%, but I did think that was kind of like interesting that like if they did film in the same area, because it did look very, very alike. But I thought it was really cool to kind of have like that airport concept where they all had like the luggage and they were going through like airport security, or they had their luggages in the elevator and stuff, or they had like the metal detector scanner thing. So I thought that was a really interesting concept because I don't know of any group really that's had an airport like concept for their music video. But I thought that was really interesting and cool, and definitely like unique, which is going along with their whole different vibe. But yeah, I thought that was pretty decent. I definitely have to say I am liking this debut song much better than Cherry Bullet's debut song in terms of like girl groups like for 2019 debuts. I don't know if I'd say out of all of the new like 2019 debuts if it's my favorite. It's probably at second right now. Which isn't too bad considering like I think I've only reacted to like they're like my fourth group out of like the debut groups that I've reacted to. So second out of four isn't too bad. But yeah, I definitely can understand why people are hating against it, but personally, I thought it was a pretty good song, at least for a debut. I hope, like, in the future, maybe we'll get something more. Like, it's really hard to tell just on, like, the debut song. Like, I feel like we need to see, like, where they go, like, if they're going to stick to this concept, like how Twice has stuck to their bubblegum pop, or if they're going to kind of, like, explore a little bit. So, I'm interested to see in what they'll do concept-wise in the future, But overall, I thought their song was actually pretty good. Let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below, as well as if you have anything you want me to react to. Comment down below your recommendations as well. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Love you. Bye.